All right, sound check. Can you guys hear me? Sound check. It looks like you guys can hear me, but I need to know for show. All right, good. Thank you, White Claw. I've got somebody coming up that knows more about this than I do. I listened to an interview. It was actually a narrator. I'm not sure if it was from an audio interview that they had listened to and they were trying to avoid a copyright claim, or if they were just reading it. But there's some things on there that I find disturbing. Now, I believe that people have heard Shayne talk about burning down. All right, if you don't know who JonBenet Ramsey is, and I don't care that this was a famous case, it's because it involved her and other deceased children, and pictures being taken and poses being made of not just children but adults too. Things like that happening. And like they, from what I've read and what I listened to, like they I don't want there to be any misunderstanding. Like they checked the bodies and like there was no like there was no DNA from him on them, so it's not like he was you know, doing the necrophilia thing. All right, my guest is backstage. I'll be bringing her up pretty soon. And Shayne, I will let you up here, and if anything that we say is not right, I mean, you can say whatever you want. I don't give a shit about cloud. I don't give a fuck about this channel. It was just, I'll let my guest explain it. She knows more about it than I do. All right, you should be up, Bobby Joe. Oh, your mic is muted. Maybe that's intentional. I don't know.
Hold on, just give me 1 second.
Sure, no problem. We'll wait on you. I mean, Shayne's always been supportive of me personally in the comments section, but I've always said, if I find somebody from my own camp that has, you know, done something, then I would have to call them out just like anybody else. So I don't think that I like this one for 1 minute.
Okay, Bill, I'm sorry, I missed everything you already said. So can you recap what you have said?
I didn't say a whole lot because I was just kind of explaining just a very general situation. And you know a lot more about it than I do. You can go ahead and start from the top, whatever you have.
Well, as y'all know, Shayne was very close with Blue, and being a Tommy's ass, well, all of a sudden a month ago, he contacted Blue and said, I'm about to be outed of who I truly am. I will drop the link of the YouTube page, even though he thinks this is funny. He's a sick fuck. Yeah, he's JT Colfax. He tried to burn down JonBenet Ramsey's house. He
One second, Bobby. I'm going to say one thing. if he did that because he thought he was burning down the house, because everybody thought that the parents did that.
Well, no,
That's
I
not the
don't
right way to go about it. But I, I really,
no, he said it was to get into a jail. This is what he told this journalist. Because he couldn't afford, he was borrowing money off his sister and brother for hotels and stuff like that. So he already had these criminal charges of taking pictures of dead children, adults, also doing artwork on sheets to lay over these dead bodies. One person in particular, he just left a party and tried to stuff one of those toy makers in the dead body's mouth, but it popped out and he realized not one shot. I'm not even reading the chat, but let me finish. He realized the person's jaw was wired shut. He talks about picking up an 8-year-old off the side, that he was upset because he was already fully dressed and in a coffin. This guy is totally sick. He has 2 YouTube pages up of just disgusting shit. Granted, he hasn't posted in the last 8 years. Except an hour ago he went on his Shayne McFellows, and I think this was the sickest part, is that you still have the newspaper clippings and everything. You think it's a big fucking joke that you're a nasty fuck. You have some issues, dude. And to be in a community with for children, while you're taking pictures and God knows what the hell you're doing with dead, like, nobody in their right mind should take freaking pictures of a dead person. That's just disgusting, number one. Then you go to pick them up at the store and you steal them, and that's how you got caught. But you think it's a big joke. Like, this is not a joke. You're a fucking sick fuck, Shayne. Those clippings were from my art career 1 year before this. I don't give a fuck about your art. I've seen your art. It's disgusting. Disgusting. And with your sounds you make on your videos are fucking disgusting. You are a sick fuck. And also, for everybody that knew about it for the last month, I know for the last month, there's many people that knew about it in this fucking community that sat back and let your ass in this fucking community. And those people are just as sick as you are.
Yeah, I didn't find out about this until you told me. What was it? 2 days ago? 3 days ago?
Yeah, I sent you the YouTube and I said I'll let you know. Just listen to it. And you said you knew about the house burning down and stuff.
Yeah, I knew about that.
But you didn't know the extent. And then I think the next day you hit me up and was like, God damn, I listened, dude. That's some sick shit. And I was like, well, I can't tell you everything until I'm allowed. And Blue just put everything on her page yesterday. And the shit you did to Tommy, Shayne, you better hope you don't get arrested again. Because I saw your little shit that you mailed to Tommy's fucking neighbors. And believe me, I can't stand Tommy, but shit. Tommy fucks himself up on his own shit. You're just making shit worse. You're illegally signing papers saying Tommy's sending it. You're sending people he caught shit in jail. Like, you are a sick fuck. Everything you said about Tommy is true. No, it's not. Then why half the time you sent Blue shit, she wouldn't make a video for you? Because you're a fucking drunk fuck that needs help.
Look, I don't like Tom either. That's pretty well documented.
Yeah, we don't.
We don't need. I was pissed off when I found out that the threats great grandma said she was getting didn't happen because
Right.
that's some bull. I don't care who it is. That is some bullshit. We don't need to
Right.
make shit up to nail Tommy.
Exactly. Exactly. Tommy does a good job on his freaking own. You don't need to add lies to bullshit. You freaking sent a letter to his neighbors about the barbecue and shit. Like, God, you're pathetic. You really need a life.
I don't think I knew about the letters.
Oh
I
yeah.
knew he sent him like a Subway gift card for like 47 cents, which I think's funny. But
Yeah, that shit's funny. But no, the shit you gonna get in trouble for mail fraud. Just like you sent that Marine back in the day a letter. You remember that? And it's funny because your YouTube post that you just uploaded like an hour ago on one of the newspaper clipping has that little ugly face, and your dumbass freaking drew it on the freaking paper you sent or saying you were Tommy at the top. You're such a dumbass. Like, you sick fuck. He's so sick. And you said it's normal for people to ask, what the hell was it in that article? For people to ask if you have sex with corpses and shit. I've never heard of that before. Never in my life. That's not a normal question you ask people that pick up dead bodies. But you said it was common that people would ask you that. Probably because they knew you were a sick fuck.
yeah, I mean, I have a pretty fucked up sense of humor, but I don't think I would. Yeah, if people are asking that kind of question, I'm sure it's like, hey, man, you ever mess with them bodies? Because they're interested in it, you know?
Every mortician gets asked that question. No, the fuck they don't. Maybe in your sick head. You are a sick fuck. Why even take, please answer, why would you even take, that's your job. Why would you take pictures of dead bodies? Because I know I was a CNA. We washed the dead bodies and we would send them to the morgue naked. So you're taking pictures of children, adults, like you are sick, and then having them developed, sick. Then throwing sheets on them of your artwork. Get the fuck out of here. You are sick.
I didn't have a chance to look into this as much as I wanted to, but I listened to the interview between um, what's his real name? I keep wanting to call it Shayne. We'll just call him Shayne. Between him and a reporter, and it's pretty disturbing. You could tell that the reporter was just kind of like egging them on, or like acting like they were cool with certain things. You said you were able to post the link to that in here, Bobby Joe.
Yeah, let me see. Um, Hold on, because if I can't do it right now, I'll do it in the comments of everything. The one YouTube. If I don't want to say her name, I'm not sure who is in the chat that would have some of the information. Because I don't want to X out of here. I mean, Constantine just called him out 2 days ago. Like, as soon as Shayne was in the chat, he's like, here's the mortician. I don't know if Constantine knows the extent of the sick shit. Or no, actually, Constantine did listen to the YouTube thing because Shayne was making a joke saying it was a voice recorder that the dude was using. And MV Cap, I'm not scared to call out nobody. On June 17th, JT Colfax messaged Blue and said, I'm about to be outed. then went on Edward's stream that same night talking about Tommy or bullshit, and Edward was notified then. Edward should have told everybody who he was. But then again, he just let him up on his stream all drunk and shit running in his mouth. So I got no respect for that. But let's give him the benefit of the doubt. He didn't know the extent, but I know he knew the extent of how sick this fuck was. But that's here or there. Blue stops working with him after that. She just found out on June 17th. I have the text messages. Oh, you told Ed for 2 hours about it, Shayne? Well, thanks confirming that. So that's just as sick.
Somehow I doubt that's the real John Davis.
Yeah, that's not. I already clicked on his name. It's not.
All right. So yeah, Shayne, I told you if you wanted to come up, I'm going to let Bobby Joe finish what she wants to say, but if you want to come up and refute any of this or whatever, I'll let you do it.
He could come up. There's not any refute. He knows it's all true. I just want to know why he was sick enough. Why are you that sick in the head to take pictures and do what you did and stick shit in people's mouths?
Yeah, he, according to his own words of the interview that I listened to, he he had been to a birthday party and put a party favor in this, I believe it was a dead woman's mouth, and it popped out because her mouth was sewn shut, and it freaked him out. So
yeah. Also, to clarify, Blue never worked with him either. He was so obsessed with Tommy, he would message Blue constantly, freaking about stuff, and just like hundreds of other people that would message Blue about videos for Tommy. So it wasn't Blue working with Shayne. Granted, some videos he helped, but a lot of shit he wanted Blue to do and try to get into, she refused.
I haven't talked to Blue since she came up on Locksmith's stream. I don't know why she just quit talking to me, but I haven't had a chance to ask her about any of this yet. And Edward didn't know anything about it either because he was the one that told me about the arson. So I asked him, and he didn't know anything. He went and looked up like the articles, and I believe, don't quote me on this part, but I believe the police reports, and verified that all of it was true because I wanted to make sure it was all. I wanted to make sure it was real before I did this, because last thing I want to do is call somebody a sick fuck without, and then have it not be them. You know, that would be some bullshit.
Right. You know me. I don't say it unless I've done research and shit. Like, but I'm done. There's just too much two-faced bullshit in this community. This will be the last panel I'm on. The last bullshit. I'm done. I am so done. Like, the stuff I've realized, I'm just done.
Yeah, Edward didn't know anything about the bodies until I told him, and he was pretty surprised and grossed out.
I heard different, but
he knew about the art. He knew about the arson, but just not the rest of it.
So Edward, Blue never sent you that YouTube link? Or talk on the phone to you about it?
All right, people, I see several people are texting me right now, and I cannot read all my text while I'm on stream. I just can't do it. I can see that you sent them, but
I see Shayne stop talking now too. So
I don't know. I didn't see if Shayne said he wanted to come up here or not. If you want to, Shayne, I'll let you up.
you don't believe she spoke to you over the phone? Well, did she send you the YouTube link? Bill, did you send him what I sent you? Just that YouTube thing, so he knows what I'm talking about. Like
I
there's
I just
receipts that can be proven that this is like, you know, just fucking. If you did some, why is it so hard for people in this community to admit if they done something wrong and fucked up? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
well, just because somebody sent the link doesn't mean the person watched it. I've
He
done that
just said
myself a
if she
bunch of
sent
times.
me the link, I didn't watch it. I'll have to go back and check my mail around what date. It was around June 17th. But if she's telling you he's a sick fuck, hold on, Julie. Blue sent me a link, however long it was. She told me to check it when I could. I never got time to it. But see, that's the thing. Like, why are oh God. You guys want to push out people for the dumbest shit, but here's a sick fuck in the community taking pictures of dead people and freaking thinks it's a joke. I don't care how long ago it was. He is a sick fucking person. Yeah, it was a kid in a tux, and you were upset he was in a casket because you couldn't throw the sheet over him, you sick shit. Like, get the hell out of here. You pick, like, I don't want to hear all excuses now. I had to say what I said. I'm done. Like, I've seen a lot of people's true colors fucking. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Oh, I believe me, I know what you're talking about. Well, I don't know if you're still in there or not, Shayne, but like I said, if you want the link, I'll throw it out. Post the link. All right. Oh, come on.
I hope you're okay, Miranda.
All right, there's the link. And I want to keep this on topic.
Oh, Fisher, the problem is, like, if people would stop with all these bullshit ass freaking extra pages and just stick to the catchers, like, it's got way out of control with all this bullshit. You notice everybody that attacks me in these freaking pages, when they see me in other chat rooms, in the Predators chat rooms, ain't none of them talk shit about me in there. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just a reason for trolls to come out and talk shit and
Well,
make this community worse than what it is.
it does. There are people that it does not matter what we say. They're gonna say that
Absolutely.
it's wrong or yeah, it doesn't matter. They got nothing else to do. They have nothing to contribute that's actually going to help. All I know how to do is sit behind a keyboard and troll.
Julie, you don't have to go look for it now. I'll post it. Like, There's so much to post about that sick fuck. It's disgusting. The babbler. Shayne, just repeat yourself, dumbass.
Yeah, all you have to do is Google JT Colfax,
Yep, and you'll get
and
everything.
you'll get all kinds of stuff. Even if we post links, they'll say that they're fake, or I mean,
Uh-huh.
by all means post them. But um, yeah, that's why a lot of times on the Dramagram page, when when the proof is publicly accessible, I tell them to go look it up themselves. Because if I post it, they're just going to say I made it up. So yeah, I just tell them to do their own research.
Edward, this wasn't an email. It was a text and a phone call. I'm sure if she sent it to Julie, like, she definitely would have sent it to you.
As far as I know, she never sent it to me unless it's something she said sent that I never looked at. I don't know.
Derek, that says freaking a lot about you.
Yeah, if that's his real name, that's Tree,
Oh, yeah.
which explains a lot.
Or Twomber, one of them.
No,
Never fails.
Tree. Derek Martinez is Tree's real name.
Mm. Well, Julie, what really wasn't you or Blues, like, it gets passed on to the people that's supposed to expose people, like it's been. So that's what I'm trying to say.
And be caps witness protection. All you do is talk bullshit. Nobody cares about your message.
Here, I'm not scrolling up to see somebody's message.
Yeah, not for that one. I won't.
This has nothing to do with Tommy. Like, I don't know where y'all getting that.
Yeah, this is.
Where this is about Shayne McFellows being JT Colfax, a sick fuck. That's what it's about. He is a disgusting human being that should not be in this community.
Okay. Yeah, I knew that Shayne. I knew that. Like I heard that's how you got on with it. I just didn't know that you couldn't do it this way. Um,
Shayne has nothing to do with Tommy. How does you taking pictures of dead people and doing what you did to those bodies and everything else, how does that, what's that have to do with Tommy? The only thing that has to do with Tommy is the letters that you sent to his neighbors and the letters that you sent to a person in jail. That's the only thing that got to do with Tommy. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Shayne, it won't do any good to for Ed for Ed
I know
to
it
give him
all.
your
I've been
number
researching
because
your ass for days.
I only have one phone now, Shayne, and I'm on it, so wouldn't be able to do it like that.
Have Ed call or come on and call him.
Yeah, we can do it that way if Ed can Fed can. Now, here's the deal. These people saying, "Oh, this you shouldn't call him out over this." If I hadn't called him out over this and you found out about it, you'd be like, "Why didn't you call him out?" So yeah, fuck you.
I'm not falsely accusing Ed of anything. Actually, I
Oh,
said I
okay,
gave him the
yeah.
benefit of the doubt of maybe that he didn't watch the damn video. So I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, that's why I'd say drop the link. So
Dragon,
here it is.
why are you even in here? You can't stand Bill. So what the hell? Like another two-faced bitch. You make no sense. If Bill did everything, if somebody did everything you accuse Bill of, I sure the hell wouldn't be on their stream. Like,
All right, I'm bringing it up.
all right.
Hey, yeah, I forgot you texted me the link earlier.
That's okay.
Yeah, maybe if it was in a group chat text, Bobby Joe, which you can ask anybody I'm in group text with. I'm notorious for just ignoring them because I get so many notifications that I don't go back and read. Days later, I shut notifications off on group text because people keep messaging in them, and it's
Yeah,
just.
I do too. I'm in like 13 of them, so I just fucking shut off the notifications for those.
So I'm
Hey,
sorry I didn't. I mean, I knew about the arson, but that's really all I knew about it.
I mean, Constantine even called him out. I saw the other day. Like Constantine knew who he was. Like, so how is like other people know? And
Well, because he kind of slipped it on my live about the arson thing about John and Patsy's house, but I don't think he said anything about. I mean, I'll have to go back and listen to see if he said anything about any of the other stuff.
look, I see people like texting me numbers, but I can't answer text while I'm on here. I'll get kicked out. I've only got one phone now that I can work with, and I'm on it.
All right, hang on, Shane. You all right? You guys want me to call Shane?
Yeah, if that's what he wants to do.
All right. Hey, let's see if they can hear you, Shane. Can they hear you?
Turn off the sound on TV. Are you there?
is he drunk or sober? Because if he's drunk, I'm gonna go.
I hear nothing.
Are you drunk, Shane?
Am I being heard?
The
I'll look at the chat. Say this. Am I being heard? I guess I must be. Definitely drunk.
Did you say you are drunk? Can y'all
I
hear him?
expected people to actually talk to me.
I
Okay,
can
so I
barely hear
get the
him.
the feeling that I am coming through. So fuck you with the drunkenness. Fuck you. I have nothing else to do. And the point is, let's get to some of these lies that Bobby Joe said. A filthy, stinking whore.
Tell me what I lied about.
Think about the kid in Wyoming. That was the most genuine part of that interview where I went and had to pick up that kid. I was hearing about him on my way up there. He was hearing about it on the radio, and then I get there, all dressed up in this little thing. How dare you turn it into, I am disappointed he is naked and shit like that? Fuck.
I didn't say that. I said you were disappointed that he was closed and in a casket. That's what the interview said.
Never once took a picture of a dead child. Not one. Don't you think it would be in all those articles?
It said you took pictures of numerous. It doesn't matter if it was a child or not. You shouldn't take pictures of a dead person anyway. That's just
I've got the
freaking
sound
creepy.
off on the TV, so. But wait, why is nothing coming through the phone?
Sorry, Possum.
Hang on,
Okay,
Shayne.
anyway,
Hang on. 1 second.
What else was somebody like? I mean, I'll get to the truth.
Hang on. Hey, hang on, Shayne. 1 second. Let me refresh this here. I gotta, because you can't hear Bobby Joe. Figure out how to fix this real quick. Hang on.
No, I can't. Up to this.
Okay, what happened? We lost Ed. Bill, you're muted.
I'm still here.
Sorry, I had to refresh real quick so that you could be on speaker and he could be on speaker. So let's see if we can hear each other now.
Okay.
Yes, of course we can hear her loud and clear. I don't know whether I'm coming through or not.
I haven't said a word, so continue. Go ahead. Just tell me one thing I'm lying about.
Okay. Now I can hear it in a delay on my laptop. You lied and said that that the 8-year-old boy that I was hearing about as I went to pick him up was dressed. You stupid little bitch. How dare you make an inference like that? Everything I've done, yes, it was disgusting and all that, but there was never any children, and how dare you take a moment where I pick up this kid's tuxedo? I'm like brokenhearted like anybody else. And there was no joking about that in that interview, you stupid liar.
Okay, everybody's going to listen to it, so it is what it is.
And if you're going to say shit like that, it proves you to be a liar.
And I'm not no liar. You're the sick fuck of even doing what you did. So
make it sound like I am disappointed because an 8-year-old corpse is dressed.
You said the interview, dude, not me. You shouldn't have went and exposed your nasty shit. So
the man that wrote that interview into this goddamn room, and I never said anything like that. I never would say anything like that. That kid you're talking about, I remember very well, and I never joked about him. Certainly never took a picture of him or any child.
I didn't say you took a picture of him. I couldn't prove that, but you said it in the interview that
average run-of-the-mill adult person. But you don't get to say, you don't get to say that I did this to children, you idiot.
you know, you hear what you want to hear because you're drunk. You shouldn't have did the interview. You're a sick fuck, point blank, period.
What are you talking about, you stupid idiot? I lived this. I lived it.
You lived it, yeah. You are sick of taking pictures of dead people, trying to put stuff in their mouth when they're dead. You're disgusting.
Okay. Yes, let's talk about that. But why do you make up the idea that it was dead children and that I was disappointed if they were dressed?
That's what you said in the interview about the 8-year-old on the side of the road that got in the accident with his father in the rig.
I did not say that. I most certainly did that.
Okay. Whatever you say, dude. Yeah, Possum, it's sick. And it's worse even listening and watching his YouTube pages.
Yes, I did photograph corpses. I was surrounded by corpses as I was. All right, who's talking now? Every time I even try, they start babbling.
That's because you're on a delay, Shayne.
Somebody just texted me. Tell them to read the interview and hang up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have to keep muting my mic, but I had some noise around me. Everybody can go read this stuff or listen to it or whatever and draw their own conclusions.
Yep, definitely.
All right, Shayne, go ahead.
I can't quite hear any of this. All right. So the point, like, let's stop fighting over this one thing where Bobby Joe lied and lied about children, because that's a complete lie. There was never any children. Never. I mean, there were certainly children that I picked up and transported. Of course. And I picked up a 14-year-old from the first big mass shooting in San Ysidro at a McDonald's, and he and his grandmother were killed. Some of this stuff I could actually, if I talked about it enough, I could start crying.
Not back in the 80s, Shayne?
It's weird how it goes that I can also do what I did.
It was the late 90s.
What?
Answering Edward. I'm not answering you. I don't care what you got to say.
I don't know if Shayne can hear me or not, but I would like to ask him how much time he actually did over that kind of stuff.
Obvious. It's so obvious. Okay. So there's a delay, but I got the message about the time. I did 2.7 years in the Boulder County Jail.
Jack, yeah, 1000% true.
Someday we will all be a corpse. And by the way, while I was in the jail, I ended up with a column. I ended up going on prime time radio for 120,000 people almost weekly. Don't you think that if everything I did was looked at as so disgusting and horrible as it's being portrayed now, that those things would never have happened? Those things are online too, you know.
Believe me, man, the majority of people think that taking pictures of corpses as a hobby is pretty damn disgusting. And something I want to make clear while I have the floor, assuming that I do, is that the police did test the bodies, and like they never charged him. There was no evidence of necrophilia or anything like that.
That's what he thought.
So,
I didn't read no article. He said that he wasn't sure if the cops tested it, but he thought they would have.
I thought I read somewhere that they did. I'm sure that they did, and had they found anything, they would have charged him with that, and he wasn't charged with that. So,
Well, he also wouldn't identify where all these dead people came from, but they did get a hold of his job. That he said he never talked to the dude after that. So.
You want to address that, Shayne?
The party at the empty house or what?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, I don't know. I'm so tired of the whole thing. Don't you understand? I've been waiting for months for this night. I've made everyone do this. I'm worse than great grandma.
Yeah, because you're a sick fuck. You wanted your little. I'm done with this shit. Have fun, y'all. I'm out.
Colfax name, which I have credit cards for. I've been taking Colfax for 40 years, and oh, fuck you, Bobby Joe. You're a liar. Anyway, the point is, I had things like Asian Strong Press, the ACU Press, all of that doing my bidding during all of this. And they don't do that to corpse molesting, child molesting things. It's just not logical. So the way it's being portrayed now, and some of it's true, but you've got to realize that doesn't happen. So it was a joke. Like, I remember the old guy, Paul Harvey, do that radio bit with, and that's the rest of the story. He did my corpse photos thing with messages like getting fired is the end of the world. I was trapped in the mortuary business and just dealing with nothing but dead people, and I did what I did and made some pictures. But it had nothing to do with children. Never, not once.
So I still don't know exactly what you were doing with the adult corpses. What would you do with them?
I still don't know exactly what you were doing with the adult corpses. What would you do with them? I was what they call a first call person. So I was like a pager in those days. My pager would go off. I would call the owner of the place I worked at. He would tell me, pick up John Davis at 7299 100,000 Doodly Doo Road, and room 5. Usually it's
right.
home and stuff like that, hospital board, that type of thing. And I had the van out front with a bunch of the sheets and the tools of the trade in it. And I started painting on the sheets and then hide them in the van. And when I got a chance, I'd throw them on a body. And that's what confused the cops so much. It made it look like I was hovering over the body for hours to do this. It was just something I threw on, snapped the pic, and took back off and threw away somewhere. And yeah, it's disgusting. Would you like to have your mother be photographed this way? No. And I both my parents today, and I understand how terrible this was. But I also still have an artsy thing in my mind. Like, this is amazing stuff I am seeing. All these dead beings, decomposed people, the man with the hard on in California, and all of this dead shit, or the head, picking up the head. It was part of my life too, you know.
Right.
Well, I mean, I can tell you if it was a family member of mine or somebody else I cared about and that happened, I'd be very upset.
I was shocked on YouTube. I understand that. I completely understand it. And that's why I did not want to face families. I didn't want them to have to face me. And I didn't want them to have to see that it was one of theirs that was one of the photos of the news.
And didn't you say in that interview that like what you were doing was a common practice in that industry?
This was, it became a huge town joke. It was all over the news, and it was brought up as kind of funny. And my long experience as an artist before that, with the media, they did not follow me and kill me over there. My long experience as an artist before that, the media, they did not follow me and kill me over there. That's all.
I can't hear him at all. I don't.
You know
I
what would
don't.
be better, Bill?
What's that?
Let's not forget that I picked up sound over many years, and I understand. I know what it's like to stand there with grieving people and do a good job too. And you know, I just can't explain it. It's just when you're moving a head around in the dead of the night, you take a picture. Just do. Just got to do.
Out of the thousands of bodies you moved, how many pictures did he? How many people did you take pictures of?
Edward, we can't hear him. Or we can't really understand him at all. Hold on a minute.
Oh, a tiny, tiny fraction.
Okay, so what I think would be better, Bill, is
Mhm.
if you still wanted to, you know, ask him your questions.
You want to
Oh,
move this
I don't
over
know.
to your channel, Edward? Would that make it easier?
No, it wouldn't. But what we could do is probably if I called you and then called him, and I could record a three-way call for you to premiere after the call's done. I mean, that's going to be the only way it's going to really be able to work.
Yeah, we can do that because we can't hear him, and there's no point in doing this. We can't hear what he's saying.
Test this. Like now that I'm holding it strangely close, does this help at all?
Yeah, Edward, we can't understand a damn thing he's saying, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pull the plug on this. It's
All right.
pretty pointless.
Oh, White Claw, go to bed.
Hang
All
on.
right, y'all. Oh, okay.
I'll
Go ahead.
action, and if he wants to continue this on, sorry.
All right. Okay, Ed's muted. He's gonna talk to him, and I guess we'll do a three-way call.
No, I already hung up on him. I'm thinking I'm going to call you once you end the live, and then I'll call him back, and I'll have that recording, and then I can send you the audio, and you can premiere that or whatever. I think that would be the easier way to do this.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, if anything comes up that we weren't haven't already covered, then we'll do it that way. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate Edward and Bobby Joe for coming up here. I decided that I really don't like being at the helm of these kind of streams. I prefer my chats where people come up and we talk about anything but this community, to be honest with you. So I don't know. Sometimes things are just necessary to address. So all right, y'all can go. I don't know when we're gonna put this phone call up, but or even for sure if we are, y'all can go and just Google him. If anybody wants the link to the interview that I listened to, you can DM me and I'd be happy to send it to you. You all just do your own research and draw your own conclusions. Oh shit. I really don't like this stuff. All right. Later on. Everybody have a good night.